cracking. Cracking. Step on the land, I've got your hand, and now we're way down, fade out low. Was it your plan? Can't understand. I love the air you bring, everything. Under the sun, a fire is burning. You tell me to hold on tight. I wish that we could stay here forever. I wanna remember. Oh, the sight of you brings the fight in me, makes me wanna move. Fingers down your spine, looking in my eyes, feel your hands on mine. Tonight we're freer than ever. I wanna remember. Oh, we run every endeavor. I wanna remember. Step on the land, I've got your hand, and now we're way down, fade out, no. Was it your plan? Can't understand. I love the air you bring, everything. I'm in the sun, a fire is burning. You tell me to hold on tight. I wish that we could stay here forever. I wanna remember. Oh, the sight of you brings the fight in me, makes me wanna move. Fingers down your spine, looking in my eyes, feel your hands on mine. Tonight we're freer than ever. I wanna remember. Oh, we run every endeavor. I wanna remember.
When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, go in. Fall into oblivion.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to week 1 of EGL. It has been such a long time since our last stream. I am the play-by-play clutch, joined by my colorcaster, Matt Pizza. Matt Pizza, how's it going?
No, Clutch, it's It's good. It's Valentine's Day. You know, what else could a single man such as myself do than watch some quality League of Legends content and cast it with none other than yourself?
Yeah, and Matt Pizza. We've got a banger matchup tonight. Project Iconic taking on Aftermath Esports. Should be a good game indeed. Matt Pizza, what are you going to be looking for in this game?
Honestly, in this game, you know, the new champion Zeri's out, and I'll be honest, Clutch, I took a little break from comp. You know, this is like my first time looking at all these names, some familiar names, some non-familiar names, and it's been a hot second. So honestly, I'm kind of looking forward for some Zeri action. You know, from what I've seen, what I've played in Earth, she doesn't do that much damage, but she's kind of annoying to play against.
No, from what I've seen in Earth, Zeri does not a lot of damage.
listen. Zeri Nerf, it's fun, especially whenever Yumi with the zoomies. Oh my gosh, it's insane.
Yumi
But this is an Earth Clutch.
zoomies.
This is draft pick where
Yep.
DDR and men are a thing, and I just want to see some Zeri action. You know, some quality Zeri kiting. Who was it with that one Zeri clip that kited for like 2 minutes?
I know who you're talking about, but I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name as well. But you know, it's that one popular Zeri clip where the guy just kites people for like 2 minutes and
does no
eventually
damage.
No, he eventually kills them. Eventually,
Eventually, after like 8 hours.
Yeah.
But heading into this game, obviously it's week one, zero expectations. Kind of just seeing what's going to happen, to be honest, as we are waiting to get into the draft, so we can talk a little bit about the teams. Obviously, on the pregame show, we talked about these teams. We go a little bit more in depth on the pregame show about basically the teams in the league, the players, how we feel they're going to do. But we can go a little bit over of these teams as Project Iconic going to be on the blue side, Aftermath on the red. Project Iconic. So this team coming in, new team. Both these teams are new teams. Matt Pizza, who are you? What's your matchup to watch in this game for both these teams?
Both of these teams, I kind of have to go with the top lane. You know, top lane's becoming more and more of a important role. So obviously the top matchup is going to be very crucial in dictating how these teams are going to overcome each other.
And Matt Pizza, this is it. The first streamed game, the first draft is underway of the EGL season. We have officially started the season. Bands coming through. Project Iconic targeting the Hecarim and the Vex, and for the side of Aftermath, taking away the Lulu and the Akali.
No, yeah, Clutch. The Akali, from what I've seen, Tank Akali is kind of terrorizing the Rift. I don't know what happened when I was taking a break, but this Chem Tank Akali build is kind of insane as Project Iconic continues with the bans banning Nautilus away from Aftermath Esports.
Yeah, we see the Nautilus going to be taken away. Nocturne also going to be banned out. So, surprisingly, no ADCs were actually targeted in the draft as Zeri left open and now will be locked in.
Now, Clutch, my question to you is, what's a good support champion with Zeri? Like, what can keep up with that speed? Is it just a Yumi angle here, or like what can we expect to see from Project Iconic?
Yeah, so Yumi is very strong with the Zeri. Anything that can basically buff her up is going to be super strong. But for the side of Aftermath, locking the Ziggs and the Morgana coming in for Iconic, they are hovering the Karma actually can be flexed. So that Karma coming in could be going to the mid lane, could go support, could even go top lane. We really won't know where this is going to be going if they do lock this in. I am a huge Karma player, so going to be locked in. So I'm going to be excited to see how this Karma is going to do. Problem with Zeri is that she does need those items, right? She can kite fights very, very well, but it is going to take her some time to come online. As for the side of Aftermath, looks like they're going the poke route with the Ziggs. Obviously, Ziggs, give him a couple items, he throws his Inferno Bomb out, and you're dead. So we'll have to see what the last pick is going to be as the Amumu is locked in.
Clutch's Ziggs pick is a good flex between mid and ADC. And if it goes bot, right, like, that's going to be a lot of AP in the bot lane. Oh, never mind, that's a lot of AP in general. As Aftermath Esports picking up the Gwen.
Yeah, and Gwen's going to be locked in. Now, I look at Aftermath Esports comp, they have a lot of AP on their team. So, do need to be careful. Now, Iconic, couldn't pick something like the Mundo, does have a lot of good MR.
A little bit of the Galio, maybe, you know.
Okay, the Mumu Galio. Okay.
The Mumu Galio, you know.
But for the side of Aftermath, yeah, very, very AP heavy with the Gwen, with the Ziggs. We'll have to see what the plan is for them. Garen going to be banned away as Project Iconic going to be taking away the Corki from Aftermath Esports.
Corki is an interesting ban here as Aftermath Esports are loading up on the AP, and personally, I don't think they want even more AP on top of it, especially with the option of the top laner being open, right? Like, they could pick a Mundo, and the Mundo could just run down Aftermath Esports as they decide to ban the Veigar in response.
Yeah, I mean, I think Veigar right now actually is kind of a sleeper pick because it can be played mid, it can be played AD, and it's very, very strong right now. I personally love the Veigar, especially in low elo. Things like, gold, where maybe ending the game isn't going to be as fast, and scaling always prevails. In lower elo leagues, I think scaling is exceptionally underrated, and good Veigar man from Aftermath Esports is for the side of Project Iconic, taking away the Corki, taking away the Jarvan. We'll see what Aftermath is going to pick here on our format. Pizza, any predictions?
They're definitely going to need some type of heavy AD champ, right? So looking at their comp, I would imagine something like, assuming that that's a Ziggs mid, maybe a Jhin or a Caitlyn of that nature. And I guess I was completely wrong. Never mind.
As the Rel will be locked in, so Matt Pete, this is what's going to happen, right? Rel's going to jump in with the Magnet Storm, pull them in, and then Zigmund is going to throw his Mega Inferno Bomb, and it's just going to be, and it's going to do so much damage. But yeah, Aftermath, they are very, very AP heavy. As the Urgot is being hovered, we'll see if it is going to be locked in for Iconic, and it is. So we're going to be getting an Urgot in this game, Matt Pizza.
An Urgot versus Gwen matchup. I'll be honest, that's a matchup I haven't seen. I would imagine it's Gwen favored, only because of her W being able to just negate, or not negate, I should say dodge Urgot's ult. But yeah, Clutch, like this team fight from Aftermath Esports, they're just so AP heavy, right? You got Rel going in, you have Ziggs throwing the bomb. Ooh, the Ahri pick. Now, Clutch, actually, speaking about the Ahri, right? I've seen some clips where Ahri just dashes multiple times. What's going on there? Can you break that one down for me, please?
Yeah.
Like, so, what happened?
Listen, they did a little bit of a rework on Ahri, Matt Pizza, and all you need to know is Ahri can get up to 6 dashes, by the way. So she can be very scary. She's very strong right now in that mid lane, and I actually was wondering if Ahri was going to be picked because this mid laner is super, super strong. Like, Ahri is a great playmaker, can dive that back line. And now for the side of Iconic, you look at their comp and it's just wombo combo coming out. Amumu gets that huge ultimate onto the side of Aftermath Esports. It is going to be deadly as Aftermath Esports, they lock in the Varus as their last pick. We'll have to see if this is going to be on hit or if it's going to be the poke Varus, which one they're going to be going for. I would assume this probably is going to be poke because they have Ziggs. And I'm assuming they're just doubling down on the poke comp with that Varus, with that Ziggs. But the problem I have with Aftermath's comp is that if Amumu hits that ult, they're basically all going to die.
Yeah. Like, Amumu getting a decent ult, like, even, 2-3 people, right? Aftermath is going to take a huge hit with that. Especially with the amount of follow-up they have with the Ahri ult, with the Urgot being able to just cast his Fear Beyond Death, with the Zeri just running in from who knows where and going in and out, like, what is she even doing? It's gonna be, it's a scary team for Aftermath to face indeed, and honestly, Clutch, I'm just worried about Aftermath's team fighting, right? They have to get ahead in their solo lanes, right? They have to find a lead so that they can then use their poke comp to their advantage, set up at those objectives before the other team, and play to their poke comp, right? Just poke out Project Iconic so that they can't engage.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Now, obviously, we talk about ease of execution, right? Which comp is going to be easier to run? I don't know. I think Iconic kind of just, Amumu goes in, the sad mummy, hits one button, and then everyone's like, oh, they're stunned. Oh, they're dead. I like Iconic's comp is more easier to execute. However, if Aftermath can space correctly, and they can really get to objectives first and start to lay down this poke, I could see Aftermath potentially taking this game. But Matt Pizza, prediction for game 1, who do you think is going to take it before we go to a break?
I'm gonna have to go with Project Iconic for this one. They just so far have a better draft.
All right. You know what? I'll play devil's advocate. I'm going Aftermath Esports. What better way to come into the league as a new team, pull out this kind of poke comp, something that is a little bit more difficult than just hit R and go for those team fights. I'm going to go with Aftermath Esports. I think they've got what it takes to take game number 1. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, we'll have game number 1, Project Iconic, taking on Aftermath Esports. Don't go anywhere.
Can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it up, you'll see who had it all. You had it all.
I'm feeling so hollow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm living in shadow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fool's gold. Yes, I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love. And I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love. Oh, they say fools believe in it, so I guess I'm one of them. Oh, don't you know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know?
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to game number 1. We got Project Iconic taking on Aftermath Esports. Matt Pizza, are we gonna see some level 1 shenanigans?
Are we? We are, Clutch. I mean, it is Darrell, Morgana. They do have a lot of CC level 1. So, honestly, the Fat Jester, Underrel, taking a little bit of a sneaky run. And Shy Winter better be really careful.
Yeah, Shy Winter needs to be very careful. They're actually going to walk up.
Oh.
Jerry does walk out in the river. Oh, the flash is burned. Shy Winter flashes away. I think that was a bit of a missed execution from both, but nevertheless, it is a flash for flash.
Yeah, and honestly, Aftermath comes out on top as the ADC doesn't have flash. So, they'll be able, if the Morgana wants to loop. What am I even trying to say nowadays, dude? It's been so long. It's been so long since I've had to cast, man. Bear with me, folks. This first few weeks, they're gonna be horrible at all. But what I was trying to say, right, is that Zeri doesn't have flash. Morgana can just wrap around and just gank and just do that again, right? Morgana can come around, land a binding, and at that point, Zeri's probably gonna have to burn the cleanse, right? So that's both summoner spells down, and bot lane level 6 comes around, and that should be a kill. But again, I don't know their game plan, Clutch, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what both these teams are going to do. Obviously, it is new season, right? Game 1, there's going to be nerves, right? I have a feeling both these teams coming in are obviously, you don't want to start 0-1. No team wants to start 0-1 to a very short regular season. It's 7 games. It is 7 games. And, what we've learned in EGL, in EDL, is that every game counts. Like, every single game counts. Even games at the end of the season where it might seem like it has no meaning. Oh, it does. And it always has meaning. Last season, there was like a 4-way tie. Like, it was absolutely insane what ended up happening at the end of EGL. So every game does count. Want to start out 1-0 to start this one. But meanwhile, we see the Morgana. I don't know if her Grand Prix set or something. It was a little bit longer, as it is Morgana jungle. We haven't seen Morgana jungle in a very long time. It's in the top lane. Gwen really bullying this Urgot early on as counter. Maybe looking for a play into the mid lane onto Buck B. Kind of hovering there. We'll see if anything does happen. Exotic Fox taking some damage. Meanwhile, counter runs in. Bandage toss does not land, nor does the charm. Buckby walks away.
And yeah, Clutch, the Morgana seems to be a bit behind from the Grum shenanigans, but she seems to have caught up from the Mumu after the failed gank attempt. And yeah, like this top side matchup, I do want to emphasize, I'm surprised that the Urgot is losing this matchup. Or just cause Urgot is a range champ, right? It's a range into melee champ, and even if Gwen does have infinite dashes, right? If Urgot is able to position decently, then he should be able to get free damage off. But nonetheless, Ikazuchi is playing well in the top lane so far, so really interested to see. Plus, he opted to take the Ghost TP, so instead of the classic Ignite TP, he's going with the Ghost TP. So he's going to be a menace in teamfights as well, being able to run people down. So that's something we're going to have to look out for.
One thing I do want to point out, like I said, it is the first game. I have a feeling that it's going to be very slow paced. I think both teams are going to try to figure out how each other plays. Usually in a best of 3, that's how it works. Game 1 is a little more slow, not as many plays happening, kind of farming up. But then once game 2 hits, all hell breaks loose. We've got everyone going in, and it's absolute chaos on Summoner's Rift. As now we see a gank into the top side. It's going to be E coming out. Flash from Taco Cat to avoid the binding. That's another Summoner burn from the side of Project Iconic.
And Aftermath is burning a lot of these Summoner spells, but they'll have to capitalize on it, right? Like we've talked about this so many times on EL before, where these junglers, they are burning sums as...
The Fat Jester does go in, can't connect on the W. You know, Shy Winter getting some autos in, getting those Qs in. That's going to be Fat Jester going low, looking for the root. Exhaust comes through. Poke Bear is going to miss that Q. Karma uses the shield. Starbucks sponsor will walk away. That's going to be the exhaust. Burned on the side. Now counter. Maybe looking for a play here. Rel does have no flash. Will the second bandage cost come out? Looks like the answer is yes, and he will go in. That's going to be the root coming through. Fat Jester goes down. Counter. Getting the first blood in this game. As now in the top side, binding does miss, but Project Iconic with the first kill on stream for EGL, and it's going to go to counter in the jungle.
Yeah, so Clutch, didn't you say something about it being more of a slow-paced game and both teams farming up? Like 20 seconds right after that, we see this happen, right? So Fat Jester failed attempt to get onto Shy Winter. Shy Winter does a good job dodging the Varus Q here, and once the Varus Q is down, then Countess is just on his way. The sad mummy, he's looking for some friends, Clutch, and he sees some 2 friends right there. Varus flashes the bandage out, but unfortunately Fat Jester doesn't have the flash available and gets hooked, and Shy Winter just is able to put out the damage. So, very well played from Counters.
Matt Pizza, it's counter. Not counters.
Counter.
Counters is kind of banned, all right?
So
that's a banished name from the EGL realm, Matt Pizza. But early lead going over to Project Iconic. 6 minutes in. First Drake is going to be that Hextech Dragon. No Chemtech Dragons, as fortunately Chemtech Dragon is dead. Exotic Fox is very low. Looks like Mega Inferno Bomb was used in the mid lane. And one bouncing bomb does hit, and I think that might be a kill as counter. Maybe looking for a play. Just going to try to force Buckby off of this one. Bandage Toss is going to miss. But yeah, Project Iconic, despite getting that first kill, I mean, the gold is relatively even.
Yeah, I did want to bring that up. The top lane and ADC are down a quite substantial amount of gold compared to their counterparts. Ikazuchi in the top lane has a 9 CS lead, whereas in the bot lane there's a 13 CS lead. So Aftermath is doing a really good job at keeping up the CS numbers.
Yeah, Aftermath keeping up with that CS. Morgana just looking for the clear. Unfortunately, I think on that gank I would have, obviously when a Mumu got the kill, I think I would have liked it to go to the Zeri. But it looked like that counter was looking to make a play and potentially go back in, and Shy Winter and Tulop really weren't on the same page. Again, it is early season, so you're still working out that kind of stuff. I mean, for all we know, this could be the first time these teams have played with each other. We don't know them. We don't know what they do outside of this. As now in the bot lane, we see counter potentially looking for a regank. He has been very active early on. I think he's been looking for a lot of these bandage toss plays. In the top side, we see a 1v1 Taco Cat taking a lot of damage, doesn't have that flash. Snip, snip, coming through from the Gwen. It's a solo kill for the Aftermath top laner.
And well played by Ikazuchi, burning the ghost so that the Urgot could not run away, and he doesn't have the flash available, so he was able to capitalize on the gank from Convey? I believe I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. But yeah, Clutch, Amumu is bot side, and Rel is overextending with the Morgana. This could be a fight.
Here we go, we got the 3v3. Root, stun, coming through. Zera gonna be using the ultimate. That's gonna be one. Conway gonna pick up the kill. Meanwhile, they're looking for the Amumu. Counter, tries that bandage toss. It will not land. Starbucks sponsor picks up one. Shy Winter taking a lot of damage. Needs to be careful as Conway goes for the tower. Double kill going over to the Morgana jungle. And Aftermath Esports finds themselves an early lead.
Yeah, and Clutch, this was a huge lead coming in from Aftermath. That's a 2k lead coming in for them. And this could potentially be Dragon. It should be Dragon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, let's look at that again. So we see that the Rel decides to walk to blue side Tripush with the Morgana, something that obviously Project Iconic did not expect. They were looking to turn that. Rel goes in, and then Varus has ulti, whereas Zeri doesn't have ult. If Zeri did have ult...
Ari? No, Zeri did not have ult.
Yeah.
Ari had to use the ultimate to get out of that one. Amumu ult looked like Zeri ult, by the way. Like, I was like...
I was looking at that, I was like, oh, Zeri's about to pop off.
I thought Zeri ulted, but it was actually a Amumu ult. You know what? Riot Games, they're always hinting us, all right? You know,
they are.
But Morgana now, with those 2 kills, I mean, is accelerated in this game. And, you know, in Gold, you can play these kind of niche picks that I think that we wouldn't really see in higher elo. Is now Fat Jester. He's roaming to the top side, going to meet a mummy in the river, and is going to walk away. Come on, Rel. Amumu just wants some friends.
Yeah, Amumu just wants to hug, as Starbucks sponsor is taking a lot of damage.
Starbucks sponsor with the kill in the bot lane. It looks like it is going to get traded back. Karma will pick up that one. 2v1 kill. Starbucks sponsor will get that. Meanwhile, on the top side, we see some fighting between the 2 top laners. But yeah, Starbucks sponsor getting that 2v1 kill. Nicely played. Meanwhile, on the top side, Gwen, just a little snip, and decides to back off of that one. Doesn't know where the Amumu is, so needs to be careful. Is in the mid lane, but be a little bit low on mana. Is Morgana walking in the river? They, the side of Project Iconic should know he's there. Flash forward, can't find anything. Exotic Fox with a great flash gets out of that one. Now, counter going in onto Convey. Charm is going to miss. Convey running away, does not have that flash, does not have that ultimate, gets stunned up. The snipe comes through, and he will gobble up the Rel. Taco Cat finds himself a kill. Now the score is 4-5 in favor of Aftermath Esports.
Yeah, and Clutch, it seems like Project Cunning is looking to do the Hextech Dragon right after that. And that was a good response from them. They're not sitting back and letting Aftermath do all the shot calling, as Varus might be trying to do something here.
I mean, Varus is 1v3.
Oh
that's a lot of damage. Now that's a lot of damage coming through from the Varus. 1v3, he's stepping up. He has no fear. I need to be a little bit careful. That's the flash bandage toss. Now, Zeri jumping over the wall takes a lot of damage. Counter goes in. That's the curse of the sad mummy, but he's in there alone. The root comes through. Starbucks sponsor with the 3v1. Something we pointed out earlier was that maybe Project Iconic isn't on the same page. That's going to be the Zigzag coming through. Will not be able to land onto either Zeri or Karma. And it's going to be a kill going over to the side of Aftermath Esports, and the snipe comes through. Convey picking up another 3 kills on this Morgana, and the poke comp is looking good for Aftermath.
Yeah, Clutch, like we talked about during drafting, if Aftermath does get ahead, they have a scary comp for Project Conic to walk into. And right now, it is looking really scary from the Varus just 3v1ing and getting a kill and living.
Is Karma trying to hold the wave, you know, trying to be a good support. And okay, the flash forward. Taco Cat is in there. Needs to be careful, though. Does he have the ultimate? The ult isn't up just yet. Now he has it. Really fancy himself a solo bolo in the top side. When leveling up, has that ultimate. Needs to be very careful. Zig's now starting to rotate towards this top side. So is the Morgana. Urgot is staying. Needs to be a little bit careful. We'll have to see if there is going to be a fight happening, but looks like they're just going to back off. Urgot, Taco Cat using that flash, and Buckby is just going to use his as well.
But it's honestly cool. I'm surprised that we're getting so much fighting early on, and especially
I
the
cursed
first
it.
game of EGL. Yeah, you did curse it. You're like, oh, we're gonna be farming. It's gonna be nice. Nah, let's just start at odd side. We're fighting.
Kill. That's what's happening in this game. There's a lot of kills coming through. 11 kills at 13 minutes. That's we're in the
It is,
LPL.
it is
As
kind of a buddy game.
is a very bloody game, but Aftermath Esports, we talked about the poke comp. It is going to be somewhat difficult to pull off, but they have found themselves a lead early. Now we have to see how they're going to transition into that mid game. Taco Cat, no flash, has to walk away. Rel on this top side of the map. The Fat Jester looking to zone off the side of Project Iconic. Varus is alone in this bot side, so if Aftermath isn't careful, this is easily going to turn into a 4v5. We'll have to see how we do as the team fight's going to happen. Curse the Sad Mummy comes down. That's going to be the Ziggs ultimate coming through as look at the Gwen shred through the HP bars. And he's not going to be able to actually find any. Ziggs now running away. Will Gwen be able to carry this? 1v3. Ziggs finds one. Gwendolyn is going in, but Gwendolyn will go down. Potentially, yes, finally does go down. Buckbeak trying his best. But Aftermath Esports, they took a 4v5. As now Exotic Fox has that ultimate. Will they look for the solo kill on the Buck? It looks like the answer is no. And again, Aftermath Esports, they went for that 4v5. They opted in, but a lot of their gold is in that bottom side of the map on the Varus.
Yeah, and Clutch without the Varus, like you said, they just don't have that much gold.
A solo kill.
Shut down onto Exotic Fox.
That, hey, I'm telling you, it's just, the VBU gap. You won last season.
Hey. Listen, all VB players are built different, alright?
As
Look back at what happened in the game, Clutch. So, honestly, Ikuzuchi was doing such a good job zoning off Deseri, right? But he just didn't have enough damage to kill both Deseri and Exotic Fox. Like, they're all so low, and he's trying his best, but he's just getting kited, and after using up his E and his Q, he's just kind of there like, guys, please help, but all of his team is dead. Buckbeak's the only one that's alive. And somehow manages a solo kill later on, but
yeah, I would assume Exotic Fox tried to go for the 100-0, right? And then probably wasn't able to one-shot, and Buckbeak just was like, okay, I'm just going to throw a Q at you and you're dead, because they were very low. As looks like Counter looking for another play. He has been very, very aggressive this game. He's been trying to force a lot of plays, and he's had mixed results.
Honestly, I feel like the plays he's looking for are very, like, it's something that your whole entire team needs to be on top of, right? It's like a play where it's like, hey, I'm looking for this, that everyone needs to know about it, and as he's looking, right? But it seems like Connor is doing his own thing, and everyone else is just kind of doing their own thing as well. From the repeated ganks we've seen bot side, right? Connor's just kind of like going in, and then the rest of the team is like, wait, you're going in? Oh, wait a minute, I gotta follow that up. Like that delay between these like fights that are happening as Project are kind of dropping the rift arrow and looking to get the first turret, or I guess second turret, or third turret. Wait, what just happened?
The gap is now Gwen. Will take some damage. Going to be dashing out that one. Drake has now spawned, so do you need to keep that in mind. We'll see if Aftermath Esports is going to contest this one. It's going to be a little bit difficult, I'd say, for them to contest. They're going to be late, as Rel is half HP. Gwen is half HP. Now they are all lined up. The dragon goes down. Decent amount of damage onto the side of Project Iconic. Flash comes out, and it looks like they will get out of this one. Convey is flashing forward. Taco Cat, no flash, and he falls. Buckbeak on a killing spree on the Zigmund as Gwen runs forward, and Gwen just deletes the health bar of that Ari. Convey will get that last hit. Another kill goes over, and Aftermath Esports up 11-7 in this game. Will be getting that mid turret also.
All of the auto turrets taken for the side of Project Iconic, Clutch. So Aftermath is really pushing their lead right now. Like, they decided to give up the dragon, but instead they were able to get 2 kills and a turret, which honestly is pretty worked, right? As Soul is going to be the Ocean Drake. We didn't get to do Soul predictions this time, Clutch.
We'll do it next game. We'll do it next game. Well, we'll have to get to that. Usually it's me and Kobe that do it, because Kobe always brings it up, but, didn't have Kobe to bring it up this time. He will be here Friday, though. We have Kobe on Fridays. EDL, it does start Friday. That'll be, we'll see how EDL goes. I think, again, like I said on the pre-show, if you didn't catch it, that I think EGL is a lot closer. I think a lot of these teams are very evenly matched. And I think for EDL, there's a couple favorites, and then there's everybody else. So we'll see how EDL is going to go. Meanwhile, we're not in EDL, we are in EGL. As Aftermath
Sure.
Esports, they have themselves a 5K lead early on. Buckby 3-0-0 on the Zings, looking pretty good in this one. We'll have to see how he is going to impact the rest of the game. As now, for the side of Project Iconic, Zeri needs to find some of this farm because unfortunately 96 farm at 17 minutes really isn't going to cut it. Does have that first item though, got that Kraken. As we look at the gold here, yeah, I mean, Varus is basically up 3K, and that's disgusting. I mean, I think Project Iconic, didn't really look like they were on the same page, especially with their jungler counter. But obviously, first game of the season, it's going to come with time. I mean, you're kind of limit testing at this point to see what happens. So I wouldn't put it behind them. I think the game's still come backable. Yes, it's 5K and Aftermath Esports is in the lead, but it's early season. Anything can really happen. So we'll have to see what will happen for both of these teams. Baron going to be spawning in a minute 25. I don't think we're going to see a Baron rush because that would not be a very good idea.
Honestly, I kind of have to agree with you there, Clutch, in the sense that we don't know what's going to happen, right? Project Iconic, they haven't been taking this down lightly. They've been fighting back. They've been like contesting objectives and trying to find picks and stuff. Just Aftermath just has the gold advantage right now as Counter's is looking for something.
Yeah, Counters looks like he was trying to find something. As we are kind of in a lull state, I'm going to give you guys the update around the league because, I talked to a couple of people. Collective took game number 1 over Hyperion and are leading that one 1-0. Meanwhile, Feed the Dream Darken also took their first game against Clown Gaming Jester. So, the two top power ranked teams, they're not looking so good right now. I might get fired off the content department for putting them number 1 and number 2 and they're losing.
Yeah, fire yourself from your own league. Yep.
Yeah, fire. I will have to, fire myself. Just delete the league. Just get it out.
Yeah,
it's only. We're not even done with game 1. Get the league out of here.
Just out. It always ends up like this. We're like 2 minutes into streaming EGL for the first time, and we're already like, dude, let's just get it over with, please. Like, get me out. As Taco-Cat's actually going in.
In the top side, we see a 1v1. Gwen versus the Urgot. Gwen doing a lot of damage. Snip coming through, has that ultimate, and that's the kill. Another solo kill going over to the Gwen in the top lane.
And it was looking really good for Taco-Cat, but unfortunately, just the amount of healing that Gwen has, especially with Riftmaker completed, it's actually insane. And Clutch, if you're Project Iconic, well, how do you get back into this game? You're down almost 6K gold at this point. What can you do to get back?
Yeah, I mean, if you are Project Iconic, I think at this point you need to get the bounties, right? Look at the Ziggs, you look at the Varus, you got to get the bounties on them. Now, how are you going to get the bounties? That's another thing for them to figure out. But if they can get these bounties, then they can come back into this game because the comeback mechanic in League, you have the objective bounties and the bounties on top of the champions' heads. One good fight can swing that gold massively, as now we see the Drake started from Aftermath Esports.
And this is going to be the first Drake first side of Aftermath, which Project Iconic will most likely be given up. They decide to opt to just farm up and take the fight another day. As it seems that Aftermath might be positioning towards Baron Call.
Yo, Aftermath, they are looking toward the Baron, but I don't really think much is going to happen. They got the Drake, they have themselves a 5K lead about. And now, I mean, they could potentially bait the Baron and then look to turn. It looks like that's what they're going to do. They are going to start it up, Matt Pizza.
And are they going to turn or are they going to look to finish it? That's the question. They do have the Ziggs. They do have the Poke Count. Wonders.
Yeah, they need to be very careful because if they end up screwing it up, it's the Baron to the other team and it's a comeback. But they pull off of it. They did not keep going and they decide, you know what, maybe this is a little bit in. Let's pull off of that Baron. So pretty good call from the side of Aftermath Esports. They didn't really get anything out of it. But, sometimes you just see what happens when you start the Baron, and I guess that's what they were looking for. As Ooh, Root is going to land. That's a lot of poke. Counter is going in. He has the ult. That's a 3-man ult. Now the team fight is going to be going down. Morgana will be taken down. Fat Jester going to be taking a lot of damage. He will fall also. That's 2 kills going over to the side of Project Iconic, but with low health bars, they need to be careful if they're going to be going for this Baron. Look at the Gwen. It's snip, snip. She's looking for some kills, and she'll be able to find one onto a Moo and another onto the Karma, hitting that ult. Now, running forward, what will the Gwen be able to find? Will they be able to find anything? Does not have that ult as Shy Winter is kiting them out. Doesn't have that dash forward. It's a 3v3, but the poke coming through. Nice stopwatch to cancel the auto, but Starbucks Sponsor will miss the E. Miss time an exotic Fox. Nice stopwatch to keep them alive.
And Clutch, that just went from 0 to 100 real fast. Like, Project Iconic, the switch just flipped, everyone was on the same page, and they just sent it. They were able to pick up the kill onto the Morgana and the Rel, but unfortunately, Ikazuchi was right around the corner, and they were able to he was able to come around and pick up 2 free kills, as we see the replay, so yeah. Like, everything just so happened, they were off the Baron one moment, they were just pushing mid, and then Counter just saw the angle. Like, I don't even know what just happened. Like, we see here, right, Counter is walking up, the banish charge goes in, he ults, good 3-man that counts as a rel W, and Badges is trying his best to peel, but so much damage coming out.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that, yes, Counter did go in, got that huge 3-man ult, but it didn't really target the Ziggs or Varus. I mean, those are your damage dealers. Obviously, Gwen is really strong, but that's your poke right there, and they both were able to get out of that one. They didn't really take any damage, and you saw what happens if you let them live. Unfortunately, Project Iconic did not have enough HP to do the Baron. They were running away, and Gwendolyn shows up and is like, hello, snip, snip, gets a double, and almost another kill onto the Ahri, but a great stopwatch from Exotic Fox did keep the Ahri alive, as now we're going to see the ult come through from the Varus. Poke will come down. Oh, it's going to miss as Rel's thinking about going over, not able to find that one. And the gold is kind of stagnated. We have like a 5k lead for Aftermath, but they can't really extend this lead. Project Iconic sticking around. And, you know, sticking around is sometimes all you need as the bandage toss barely misses. Exotic Fox going to miss the charm. Nice start stuff. But Starbucks Sponsor will fall. That's a 1k shutdown. Now, for the side of Aftermath Esports, what are they going to do? Counter? He has Curse of the Sad Mummy as Shy Winter running forward. They're going to be running away. Look at Gwen on the bottom side of the map, though, is taking that tower. They have to make a decision. What is Project Iconic going to do? They still have the Ziggs. He has the ultimate. One big ult can chunk them. They're starting up the Baron. This is basically going to be Gwen has the TP. They could look the turns. Down to 8k. Convey walking forward, tries the bandit, or not the bandit shot, tries the root, but it's not going to be enough. Counter, ticking, and goes down. Bumpy finds one. Now they're going to be going on to the Ahri. Ahri will fall. Gwen is still pushing. They might be able to end this game here as Gwen is still going, does not stop. If they can stop the backs, potentially end, but Urgot does get the back off, and Gwendolyn will get the inhibitor. And Aftermath Esports, they lose their Varus, but wasn't able to take out the Ziggs, and lots of damage coming through from Buckby. Project Iconic lose 2 in the fray.
Yeah, and Clutch, I wanted to mention this earlier, but didn't really get a chance, but for the side of Aftermath, right, they have double TP. They have that mid to late game pressure. They're able to split push, right? Ziggs is able to take turrets so fast, and same with Gwen, honestly, with the Nashor suit that she has. It's actually kind of insane. For the side of Project Iconic, they don't have the double TP. Instead, they only have a single TP that won't be able to match a split push all the time, just like what happened. Gwen was allowed to be left alone in bot lane, and she took the tier 1, tier 1, inhib turret, and inhib. That's a lot of gold to be traded for the side of Project Iconic.
That's a lot of gold, as now we see the Drake going to be started. You need to keep your eyes on the carries. You see the ward placed from Aftermath Esports. Don't have a wave, though, so it's going to be almost impossible to backdoor. But if they take too long, the side of Project Iconic, that's going to be the root coming through. Lots of damage. Ahri has to stopwatch us. Here we go. Fat Jester going to be going in. That's the ult. Buckbeat by one is the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Goes down. Counter. Doing a lot of damage. Gwendolyn going to be in 1v3 mode as where's the ult coming through? The ult is down. Gwendolyn has to pop the stopwatch. Meanwhile, Aftermath Esports is doing the Drake. Shutdown goes over to Shy Winter. And Drake will go to the side of Aftermath. They'll lose one in the process, but it's going to be a 1-4-1 for both of these teams. Dragon, though, goes to Aftermath.
Yeah, Aftermath stacking these Ocean Drakes, and an Ocean Drake on Gwen is kind of scary. she's not gonna be able to die that easily. So there was a really good Drake that Aftermath rolled for them. And Clutch, you mentioned that ward, and honestly, my first instinct was TP to that ward, get the flank of the Sentry. But yeah. So if you look at what happened, right? Exotic Fox accidentally gets caught by the Morgana Q, and there's just a lot of damage, a lot of poke damage coming in for the side as Fat Jester flashes over, and it's looking good here, right? Shy Winter's like getting so much damage onto him, but it's just not enough. Ikazuchi just does not have enough damage and is exhausted, and that's a story for Ikazuchi. They do have to give up the dragon, but honestly, they're starting to ramp up. Dezeri's starting to catch up in CS, and she's starting to get the items that she needs. She finishes her Kraken Slayer onto the Runettes, and I believe that's an Essence Reaver. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope that's an Essence Reaver, I should say.
Could be.
But yeah, so
it probably is actually.
it probably is.
As Deathbush, but it is spotted out from the side of Project Iconic. They're really, the side of Aftermath, really just playing with this Baron. They're really trying to get Project Iconic to come check them. A Project Iconic with the discipline does not check. Taco Cat, though, he decides, I want to check, because he's going to be going in. They're going to be looking out of the Gwen. The team fight's going to be going down. That's going to be one falling. That's going to be Urgot flashing into the back line. The huge fear comes out. Look at counter. Watch Shy Winter. How much can he get done? Bears going to be autoing, getting poked down. Convey stays alive. Exotic Fox will flash in, but can't find anything. You need to watch this. Zeri has that ultimate active. Will they be able to find anything? The answer is no. Buckby with a flash Q is not going to be able to find anything, as Shy Winter is going to get knocked up. Oh, nice auto on the blast cone to stop the Rel from knocking them up. As now looks like the side of Aftermath Esports, they are going to be going towards this Baron, as the super minions are knocking on Project Iconic's base. So it looks like Aftermath Esports, they should be able to pick up this Baron.
Yeah, and that was a good force on After Esports' part. The Gwen knows what she needs to do. The Gwen is basically a pseudo tank here. She's just like, alright team, I'm going in. I hope you guys get something, and she just sends it. Which, as a top laner, that's very respectable. As you know, as the Ornn connoisseur, you know, sometimes you just gotta throw away your life for the team.
Did you call yourself an Ornn connoisseur?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and
that is a lot of vision up there.
I mean, Aftermath Esports, again, playing around that Baron, they've really forced Project Iconic to come check them, and it's worked. I mean, clearly it's working out for them. Is a bunch of vision. They knew where everyone was, took a good fight. Those bot lane minions were pushing in, so Project Iconic had to make a decision. Either we just give them the Baron, or we at least try to fight. And they tried to fight. Unfortunately, they ended up dying, and they lost the Baron. So not really good for the side of Project Iconic. Now they are down basically 8K. And Aftermath Esports, they're looking poised to close this one out, but never say never. Is Project Iconic, can they pull magic trick and come back into this one? Ziggs 6-0-2, as that's going to be the change from Barris. Stopwatch going to be coming through, and it looks like we're going to have the team fight of the game. Talop going to be going out, counter goes down. It looks like the side of Aftermath Esports is just going to be taking them down. Shy Winter will be finding one, will go down. Double kill going over to Starbucks sponsor on the Barris. Now they're going to be trying to look potentially to end this one. The poke is just too much for the side of Project Iconic.
I was going to say, Project Iconic does have the wombo combo that they can use if they're able to use it on a key carry, such as the Varus, such as the Ziggs. If they're able to get onto them, then Project Iconic does have a chance, but unfortunately, they weren't, and Aftermath Esports just shows the power of a poke comp that's just so far ahead. Like you said, the Ziggs 6-0, 600 gold shutdown. Varus 6-2-6 with 239 CS. Like, there's so much gold on these carries that they're able to do so much damage. As
and that is 2 inhibitors down, and that's gonna be the Drake spawning. Gwen in the top side hitting that top tower, and Aftermath Esports now have themselves a 10k lead. They should be able to take this dragon, walk it down top side, and force that last fight for the side of Project Iconic. They need to find some way to stop the side of Aftermath Esports from ending the game, whether that be a pick, whether that's a miracle team fight. They've got to do something.
And honestly, if you're Project Iconic, I'm not entirely sure what you can do to stay in this game, right? Like, unless you get a miracle pick onto the Ziggs, onto the Varus, this game is looking a little doomed, and I would start to consider next game, I was starting to think, what do you have to do differently next game? How do you shut down these two hyper carries?
Oh, and Amumu got the steal, goes in, dies for the dragon, gets the objective bounty, steals that one away. So Project Iconic can somehow hold on for another 5 minutes and get that. So maybe, just maybe, they will be able to take this game. However, with those supers flooding, they've got to wait 30 seconds for a Mumu. Their only front line is Urgot, and they have to 4v5 down 9k. The odds are looking stacked against them.
That was so much damage coming in from the Verisky onto the Ori.
Oh, that's going to be the root. The cleanse coming through. Gwen going to be dashing forward. One turret down. Ziggs does so much damage to these turrets. It's an open Nexus. Project Iconic has to fight. It looks like the call from the side of Aftermath Esports is they want to fight. That's going to be one going down. Convey will find one. Exotic Fox in the back line. It won't be able to do too much. They're hitting the Nexus. And Aftermath Esports will be taking game number 1.
And Clutch, what a game. The poke comp, the full AP, almost full AP poke comp, came in clutch this time. They were able to get ahead early on, and they were able to use that lead to just snowball. And they almost won with almost an 11k goal lead. As if you're looking at the damage, just look at the amount of damage that two carries are spewing. Ziggs, almost 22k, and Vera's almost 26k damage. So, whatever Aftermath is doing, they're doing it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, Aftermath having a great game 1. Obviously, there's obviously room for improvement. You can play it a bit better, but nevertheless, they did take the first game. The Ziggs Varus doing so much work for them for the side of Aftermath Esports, and for the side of Project Iconic, we'll have to see what they're going to bring to game number 2. Looks like, not really on the same page. However, I think that's, pretty easy fix. Just communicate a little bit more. And I mean, they were in this game. It's not like they were getting blown out or anything. Like, Project Iconic was right there for the majority of the game. So I'm going to be looking to see what Project Iconic can do in game number 2. Maybe what unique picks they're going to be bringing to the table. We're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, game number 2, draft between Project Iconic and Aftermath Esports. We'll see you then.
The floor is lava!
Warriors around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we some warriors, they ain't caught gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Bloods on my squad to my gunners. Put on my strap, put on the beat, put on the map, put on my team, take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rap, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang on by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, I'm up in front of this. I ran in the trouble with the truth, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I never lose, we some motherfucking warriors. Cover the map and still ain't know where you can find me at. Journey through the mind of an insomniac. I ain't never sleep, staying ready, keep an eye out for the fakes. For the snakes, load a clip and I'ma pull it, something shakes. Never go to battle if you plan to lose. Life a game of chess, you gotta plan the moves. Middle fingers up, I'm not a fan of rules. Fighting for the right to live in peace and not like animals.
Swords in my hands, got swords in my gunners. You'll be notorious, we ain't no runners. Swords in my hands, got swords in my gunners. These warriors, they ain't no gunners. Swords in my hands, got swords in my gunners. Swords in my hands, got swords in my gunners.
Put on my strap, put on the beam, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rap, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang on by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, no motherfucking running this. I ran in the trouble with the truth, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose, we some motherfucking warriors.
So let me catch you. So let me catch you slipping by. Why do I get myself? Why do I get myself caught up in these lonely nights?
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to game number 2, Project Iconic, taking on Aftermath Esports. We're already into the draft. As you can see, Project Iconic on the blue side, banned the Lulu, Akali, Nocturne, keeping bans the same. And for the side, okay, never mind, that was Aftermath. And for the side of Project Iconic, taking away the Vex, the Hecarim, and we'll have to see what that last ban is going to be for them. So far, all the bans are the same. Varus will be the last ban. So Project Iconic swapping up the bans in this one. Matt Pizza, what are you going to be looking for?
Aftermath picking the Nautilus B1. You know, I'm looking for something exciting in the bot lane. You know, after I saw Aftermath, their ADC, I have their eyes on their ADC on their mid lane. So, honestly, let me see some of that Kai'Sa. Let me see some of that going in team fight comp, right? Like, Aftermath really made an impression, especially winning with that full AP comp that they had. It was just that the solo lanes, every player played individually really good, right? And together they were on another level. As Project Iconic looking to double down on the Zeri.
Yeah, Zeri going to be coming through from the side of Project Iconic. So they say Zeri was not the problem that game. They're going to lock that one in again. We're going to see what they are going to be picking with their second pick here. They see the Nautilus. We'll see if they're going to elect to counter pick the support. As obviously Nautilus 9 times, not even 9 times, like 99 times out of 100 will be going to that support role. As it's going to be the Braum locked in counter to the Nautilus. Braum very good against engaged champions. And we'll see what Aftermath Esports have up their sleeves for this bot lane matchup.
And Aftermath, honestly, like I said before, I'm looking for the Kai'Sa pick here. I feel like Kai'Sa wouldn't be that bad here, especially with the Nautilus getting the plasma stacks. And honestly, Aftermath, it's their mid laner that I'm really curious about. I'm curious at what Buckby is gonna pick here, because Buckby, I don't believe he died a single time that last game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, they went undefeated. As they're picking the Kane, the Kanye, as Aftermath Esports running it back on the Ziggles. Really good champ. Did so
What?
much damage.
The Ziggles?
The Ziggles, Clutch. The Ziggles. You don't play TFT and you don't have to go against the Ziggles.
What is that? Is that Yordles and Ziggs?
Yeah, it's the Ziggles, bro.
Oh no. Well, we see the Kane locked in for Aftermath and the Ziggs, so Buckby will be on that pick again. For the side of Project Iconic, we'll have to see what their preferred pick is. And now the Poppy will be the pickup for Project Iconic. Poppy, I mean, very good against champions like that Jarvan and that have a lot of dashes. Kane, I believe he does have a dash. I don't think he can pass through the wall if Poppy puts up her W. And then Nautilus obviously can't play the game or can't hook because Poppy throws up the W and goes, haha, you can't hook anyone. So we'll see what the bans are going to be as we see the Corki and the Veigar banned away. Matt Pizza, what are you looking for?
For the side of Aftermath, right? With Poppy being open, I feel like a Mordekaiser pick here wouldn't be the worst. I mean, granted, it would be 2 AP, but honestly, Mordekaiser into Poppy is a matchup I'd be willing to take any day. But it is interesting that Project Iconic are willing to pick the Poppy at R3. Like, I feel like Poppy's just a counter pick. Like, if I see an Aurelia, I'm picking Poppy. Or if I see, like, a Fiora or something like that, Poppy is my go-to counter. But, like, a Poppy opening up, that is very bold for the side of Project Iconic.
Yeah, we see the Poppy for them. Gwen banned away and the Garen. So we'll see what Project Iconic is going to elect to pick here. They do need some AP. Something like the Victor is left open if they want to take the Victor into their hands. I mean, Rise. There's a bunch of picks that are left open for the mid lane that they could pick. Obviously, they still have top. And I mean, Poppy is a flex. As we're going to see the Ahri come through for Project Iconic yet again. They're going to be taking that one for themselves.
The Ahri was really good at last game. Like, it allowed for many picks and was able to actually get the shutdown onto the Varus. So was not a bad idea to just run it back. So it seems like Project Iconic wanted to keep their ADC and mid laners the same, whereas Aftermath so far are just keeping their mid laner the same. And unfortunately, they won't be able to run it back on the Varus or the Gwen. So they're opting for the Ezreal Nautilus in the bot lane against the Braum Zeri. Clutch, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so, I mean, Aftermath, again, they're just sticking to what they have. This is a poke comp. They have the Ezreal, they have the Ziggs, full poke coming through from the side of Aftermath. Now they just need to throw in a Jason. I mean, you just got the entire poke comp, but I don't know if they're going to lock in the Jason Gold. I don't know if you want to do that. That might not be a smart decision. We'll have to see what their last pick is going to be. Going to be that Camille coming in for the side of Aftermath Esports. So again, they're going to this poke style comp that worked for them game number 1. They're going to run it back for game number 2. And we're starting to see an identity out of Aftermath Esports.
And Project Iconic also is developing their own identity, right? They're going for these wombo combo team fights. They have the Brum ulti, they have the Poppy ulti, and Zeri. So honestly, if I was thinking about a jungle, if I was thinking about a top lane, yeah, it would totally be Urgot and Poppy jungle. That's something we just did not consider at all, and was really well played by Project Iconic. That was a flex that you and I just did not think about whatsoever.
When I was talking about Poppy being picked, Matt Pizza, I was talking about a jungle.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that's where we're going. My bad.
Oh my god, Matt Pizza, you're ending me. But for the side of Project Iconic, they have the Urgot yet again. They say, you know what, let's run it back. I mean, they have the Urgot, they have the Ahri, they have the Zeri. This is 3 out of the 5 champions they played last game, so they're going to be looking to run that one back. Aftermath Esports, though, going with, again, this type of poke comp that they liked last game. It worked very well for them. And this game, they're going to be going for it again. Now, we'll have to see how this one is going to go. Matt Pizza, after draft, who are you favoring?
I'm going to double down on Aftermath this time again. Like, they just showed me they're able to execute a poke comp, and being able to execute a poke comp in goal is really, really good. So, they've won my vote.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to be voting for Aftermath. You know what? I picked them last game, Matt Pizza, all right? Because you picked the other team, so I don't know about you doubling down, Matt Pizza.
Listen.
But I will be going with them again. I like what they showed me last game. I like that identity they had. Why would we change it? It worked for us in one game. Let's do it again. I mean, early on, whatever team finds their stride early, whatever they find works for them, you just keep running that. You don't need to change anything. There's plenty of poke champions in League of Legends. Let's just pick the style we're good at and keep running with it. For the side of Project Iconic, I want to see them on the same page. Game 1 didn't really look like they were on the same page. Game 2, though, I think they're going to come in. They're going to put up a fight, potentially take game number 2 off of Aftermath Esports. Matt Pizza, you got anything to say?
Yeah, I do want to mention that the Poppy, that their jungler, right, being played on the Amumu and the Poppy, it seems like they like to play more of those gank-oriented champions, right? Not really any of those like farming champions that the other jungler played, but Counter looking to just spam gank on the Amumu, on the Poppy. So interested to see what he's going to be able to get done this game.
All right, we're going to go to a short break, but when we come back, game number 2, Aftermath Esports taking on Project Iconic. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to game number 2. Aftermath Esports on the blue side, Project Iconic on the red side. Aftermath Esports having a great game number 1 with that Poke Comp. Decide we're going to play different champions, but our identity stays the same with the Poke Comp. And the side of Project Iconic, they say, you know what? I think it was just mixed execution. They've got 3 out of the 5 picks they had in the last game. I'm joined by Matt Pizza. Matt Pizza, what is one champion in this game you're looking forward to seeing?
One champion in this game that I'm looking forward to seeing. Well, Clutch, I don't know if you know this, but a long time ago, I used to be a jungle main. And, Kane was released. Kane was my one trick. I loved being the blue, edgy Kane, just one-shotting the poor, helpless ADCs. But, so that's my pick right now. The Kane. Probably going to be the red Kane against their team. A really good option here. They have a lot of bruises, a lot of beefy targets that Kane can just heal off of. So that's my pick, Clutch. What about you?
So you stole my pick, actually. I was going to say Kane, but you know what? I'll swap it up.
Okay.
You know what? I'm looking for the Zeri, all right? You know what? Last game didn't work very well, but this Matt Pizza, you don't pick it twice to run it down, right? They're gonna smurf this game. I don't think you understand. This is Shy Winter, okay? You know Shy Winter? No, you don't, because I don't either. But that means they're gonna pop off this game, all right?
Listen, Shy Winter's just a little shy, all right? First game, missed execution, cold fingers. This game, they're warmed up, all right? They got the Zeri mechanics unlocked on. I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen,
All right, well, both junglers starting on the bottom side of the map. Now, last game I said there's going to be no action early on, and then the second I said that, they decided to listen to the stream snipe, and start fighting. So I'm not going to say anything this game about action because, if I do, it's just going to happen regardless. So I just won't say anything.
I'm believing that there's going to be a lot of action.
God, bro!
Wait, is he dead? The biscuits!
This Braum smurfing. Comp rolling.
Wait, Smurf Buster, please. Comp rolling.
No, I'm kidding. That was really well played from the Braum, though. That's why you always eat your pots, guys. We don't eat your pots. Drink your pots because.
What pots are you eating?
Potions, Matt Pete says. Now we see a game potentially into the mid lane. Counter did do this last game. Looking for a play onto Buckby. Especially when you're playing against a Poppy, you need to be careful not standing against those walls as. Buckby says, I'm just going to go on the opposite side of the map. He does have that flash. Will he use it? The charm comes through. The ground comes out first. Blood going over to counter. This time, teamwork makes the dream work, Matt Pizza.
It seems like Connor is finally on page with everyone else, and they're able to sync up, right? Connor was a very aggressive ganking jungle that we saw in Game 1, and this game he's honed it down and just is in the same sync as everyone else. Buckby was actually able to get first blooded, and this is his first dev of the series. So Clutch, it's looking. I'm gonna say this. It's looking kind of rough for Aftermath already.
Game's over. Open. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, counter. Nice play. I mean, last game, like I said, it seemed like maybe things weren't really synced up with his team, but this game he's already looking much better, and the team looks like on a much better page, and we'll have to see how that's going to. Go for the side of Project Iconic. Now, I just want to point out, Braum living with like sub 20 HP actually gave Project Iconic first blood. So the little things in League of Legends, including drinking your potions, can literally mean first blood. So you just got to think about that way. Little things add up. As now we look into the mid lane, looking onto Exotic Fox. I think he's just trying to get some stacks right now.
Yeah.
Ever going to get the kill, and he's going to walk away. But here comes counter, baby, looking for the counter gank. What the? What just happened? Okay, and he,
Project Iconic didn't want to take that fight. All right, it was calculated. They were going to lose. Yeah. They didn't want to take it, so they just wanted an easy in and out. Okay.
Oh my God, we already have clips for the. We need to make a montage at the end of the season. I swear to God, we already have like 3 clips that are just the most. I don't even know what's happening. Is now into the top side. We see a fight coming through. Camille gonna be going in, but Camille's taking a lot of damage. Taco Cat maybe looking for the solo bowl. Award goes down. He's gonna back off of this one. Potions are being popped. It's gonna be the Camille reaching level 5. Taco Cat looking for the play. He's walking forward. Cannot hit the Q, and he will say, "I'm out of there." As the wave is actually pretty screwed. But you know what? I believe in my boy Taco Cat. He's gonna make the big play, Matt Pizza. Okay, this is what he's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
do. He's gonna hit the wave, right? He's gonna push in, then he's gonna back.
Oh, wait, I haven't seen that one before. Hold on a second.
Look at. I'm a prophet. What can I say?
Oh my god.
Woo! Wow, I'm
But to
really
be-
good.
Something I do want to point out is this bothering shenanigans. Cole, shh. Whoa.
What the? He eat him over the wall, and now they're in. They are looking on to the Nautilus. He has the flash. That's gonna be the Braum passive, not procced just yet. Maybe looking for the counter again. Convey gonna be going in, looking to find counter. Counter does not have the flash, and Shy Winter will find the kill with the snipe. Nautilus will flat, but it does not matter. He did use it earlier. He goes down. Unfortunately, Braum gets the kill. Meanwhile, counter will fall to Convey. And he's just conveying a counter in the jungle as that's going to be the kill going over. It's a 2-for-1, I believe, for the side of Project Iconic. Matt Pizza, take us through the replay.
Okay, Clutch. I mean, honestly, you and I both had the same reaction. To probably just eat over. We're both like, whoa, what is happening here? But apparently the team was on the same page. We haven't seen this in game 1, and they were forcing summoner spells, and that was so much damage from Zeri, right? Now, Kane is able to get the kill on Poppy here, I believe. But Zeri's just able to pick up both of them, so this Zeri's huge now, Clutch. Last game, Zeri was put far behind. She was like, what, 0-4? As more
Now we
fighting.
look here. More fighting going to be happening. The ult comes out of Zigmund, and that'll be a lot of damage, but no kills in this one. Matt Pizza, remember when I said, it's Shy Winter, right?
Yeah.
Look at him. 1-0-1 on the Zeri now. I swear this Poppy E has like the range of the entire Summoner's Rift. She is literally like, I'm watching Spider-Man, I think. She's flying
Wait,
over walls.
Is
I
this
don't
the
even
new
know how
Spider-Man
this
movie? Wait, where's Doctor Strange? Where is he? Wait, I didn't see him. No.
Yeah, spoilers,
Whoa.
Matt Pizza. Oh,
Guys,
no.
Where's,
You're getting
where's,
canceled.
where's Iron Man? I miss him.
No, he's gone. Yeah, can we ban this guy, actually? I think he's
Wait.
getting banned. As now on the top
Oh.
side, 1v1 going to be coming through. Taco Cat misses the ultimate. Looks like Camille will get out of that one. Flash forward!
No!
Cat finds the solo kill. A bit of miscalculation on the damage. And Taco Cat says, thank you very much.
It's so sad. Aftermath is just making these small mistakes all over the map. And unfortunately, they're losing. They're in such a bad state now. They're only down 1k gold compared to Project Iconic. But...
Hook comes through, but here comes counter. He's looking for the play. That's going to be this Zerial going to be used. Nautilus, no flash, no way out. He will fall. Shy Winter picks up the kill, and it's 5-1 for Project Iconic.
Project Iconic is putting up the pressure. Maybe I should have voted in this time's predictions. I voted for Project Iconic, as game 1 they were kind of rusty. They didn't have the power going, and the Zeri, right, Shy Winter, she was charging up, and as Zeri's passive, it was full out, and now she's just going ham. She's going sicko Clutch.
She's going sicko, Matt Pizza.
She's going
sicko mode. Where's the other? Just sicko.
Just sicko.
No. COVID, Matt Pizza. You can't say that. Oh no.
TOS. But
Not
I do want to mention one thing. So last game we saw that Zeri opted for the Kraken Slayer build. This game she's looking to go to Trinity Force build. What is the correct build? I guess because I haven't seen a Zeri. It's been a while. My memory's been hazy, and also I haven't played League in forever. So just give me the rundown. Give me the 1-2.
Yeah. So I think the correct build is when you go into the shop and you see what Boris recommends. You never build that item because he's trying to pay for his children's college. And if you pick that, then
expensive.
If you pick that, then you're already funding the college. So no, I actually think Triforce is. I personally like Triforce. I think you can go either. But I mean, I am a support main, so maybe anything I say is just irrelevant. But I have played Zeri a couple of times, and I think Triforce is really fun. It's really good with the Sheen, and obviously the movement speed that you get from the Hearthbound Axe. It's a very good item on the Zeri, especially when you end up getting the Runons, and you just get so much move speed. You are absolutely zooming all over the places. Now, we see a 1v1 in the top side yet again, but Camille says, I'm not going for it this time around.
Yeah, and Takuya is actually putting on a good amount of damage this game, as Counter is also putting up so much pressure. Project Iconic almost looks like an entirely different team, Clutch. Like, everyone seems to be working together. Everyone is, in sync almost, right? Like the Zeri is popping off this time. Top lane, Takaket, whether that was a mistake or that was skill calculated, was able to solo kill the Camille and is now sitting in a good position
Ooh,
as
here we go. They're gonna flash forward. Poppy ult comes through, hits all three, and he says, "You can't pick on my top laner," and he will send all three away. Nicely played from Counter with the counter play, Matt Pizza.
that was such a good ult. He was just like, I got you, homie, don't you worry.
No! Dashes out of that one, Exotic Fox. Needs to be very careful in the mid lane, but for the side of, Aftermath Esports, it was a good play. They were going to look for the Urgot, and they probably might have been able to kill. However, they did not take into account that Poppy's there, and guess what, guys? Poppy has a hammer that can send you across the map, and you all lined up. So easy ult for Counter. Nicely played by him, though. Definitely a good one. Is now Exotic Fox going to get rooted? Will it fall down? That's a solo bolo.
Solo bolo onto the Fat Jester as the wave's pushing into Starbucks sponsor, so everything's a bit calm on the Rift for a few more seconds. Clutch. Dragon is spawning is in 2 minutes, and this could be a fight that might happen here.
Yeah, we could see a fight potentially happen. Need to watch the Zeri, though. Zeri's gonna get hooked, gonna get rooted. Counter is there. That's gonna be all going to be burned. Braum gonna be coming in now. Look at the Ezreal. We're gonna have a team fight on our hands. 3v3 as one will fall. Shy Winter taking a lot of damage, gets exhausted and ignited. That's gonna be the Ezreal coming through. Buckby will find one. Shy Winter stays alive and gets another, but will eventually fall. Now Counter gonna be walking away. Looks like it will be a 2-4-2 for both of these teams.
Clutch, I do want to mention Project Iconic is up 3 kills, but they're only up about 1k gold. They're not too far ahead. The CS for the side of Aftermath Esports, they're keeping up.
All right, well, go ahead, Matt Pizza.
No, okay. As we get a replay, right? We see that the Zeri is carrying really well. Nalus was able to get a pick onto the Zeri, but unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize on it. Ezreal's coming in, trying to get as much damage as he can. Everyone's trying to focus Shy Winter. Ezreal hits a lot, but not the Zeri. And she's able to just pick up the kill on the Kayn, and Bugby unfortunately misses the Q. But granted, I don't think it was going to kill. I hope it doesn't kill. That would be a lot of damage at that health for no item Ziggs.
Matt Pizza. We've got a blue Kayn. As meanwhile on the top side, we might have a solo ball. Camille flashes away, but Taco Cat says, "I'm in there, baby," as it looks like he won't be able to kill. He's going to get stuck under the tower. He stays alive. He's running away. Will he be able to live? Buckby has the ultimate. He's not going to throw it, though, as I don't think he's in range, and Taco Cat gets out. I believe Camille actually might have canceled Urgot ult with her own ult. Don't quote me, because I'm not sure, but
yeah, I'm not
it might have happened. One thing I will say is that for the side, for both of these teams, we're starting to see how they play, right? We're starting to get some sort of identity for both of these teams. I think for the side of Project Iconic, obviously just go for team plays, play around your aggressive jungler Counter who likes to make things happen early. And for the side of Aftermath Esports, keep continuing to play to the poke. We don't need to really force anything. Let's just get our items, come online, and play around these objectives. So starting to get an identity for both of these teams. Obviously, week one, kind of trying to figure out what's happening. Is Taco Cat, that's going to be the ult going to be used. Camille will fall in the trade. It's going to be a 1-for-1. Well played by Taco Cat. Meanwhile, the Drake does go to the side of Project Iconic. Counter going in, not going to be able to find anything. We'll walk out of that one.
I will be honest, Clutch. It does sadden me that there is a Kayn that has Conqueror that is going Gore Drinker, but alas, it's Blue Kayn and it's not Red Kayn. It does sadden my heart a little bit, but nonetheless, that was a good response by Project Iconic. They were like, "Oh, the jungler is topside. You know what? Let's take the dragon." And I believe they killed someone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they kill someone at the dragon? No. Nope. I am just on some things today. But yeah, the Zeri is such a huge problem, Clutch. Like 4-1-1. The Zeri wasn't a problem before, and she was still annoying, and now she is a problem, and she's gonna be even more annoying. Like the amount of lockdown that Aftermath has is respectable, right? They do have the Nautilus, they do have the Ziggs W, and they do have the Camille ulti as
Oh, Nautilus will find that flash hook, and now the fight's going to begin. Need to watch this area, though, as here comes counter with the counter gank. Going to be looking onto the Nautilus. Nautilus use flash, use ignite. That's going to be Ezreal putting out so much damage. Knockout comes through, and Convey will fall, or not Convey, counter will fall. Shy Winter staying alive, kiting, hitting those Qs, doing so much damage. Double kill going to be going over. He's looking for the triple. Will he be able to find it? He's playing with the kiting. That's going to be the flash coming out of the Ezreal. He's trying to keep up that ultimate. Will he be able to? It looks like it's finally going to time out. Almost had the triple kill. 6-1-1 on the Zeri. Now Starbucks sponsor is fighting back, getting some good damage down. We'll see if maybe he can be able to 2v1 this. He did it last game, flash forward from the Braum. That's with the Arcane Shift. He will be able to find one. Now he's going to be looking for the Zeri, but won't be able to. Trades 1-for-1. Shy Winter 7-1-1 on the Zeri, making this champ look broken.
Exactly. Oh, Shy Winter actually is showing up what's up. Like last game, Clutch, it was just a little bit of the case of cold fingers, right? This game, they're on their point. They're on their game. 7-1-1 has the 21st complete as...
Oh, here we go. Camille going 1v3, looking for the Fox. Won't be able to find them, as that will be a kill going over to the side of Project Iconic. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it looks like Buckby was able to take that mid tower. So gold lead is 2K. It's not as big as it was last game for the side of Aftermath, because I believe they had like a 4K or 5K at this point. But Project Iconic definitely are in the driver's seat in this game.
So it's up to Project Iconic whether they want to speed this game up or play it slow and steady. And right now, if I was Aftermath Esports, right, I'd be looking to try to get a pick onto the Zeri. Like the Zeri she's fast, right? She gets a lot of moves, but that can also be used against her, right? If she gets too fast, she won't be able to control it, and they might be able to like catch her off. They do have a lot of damage, right? They do have those lockdown with the Camille, with the Nautilus, and the damage coming in from the Ziggs and the Kayn. But they'd have to use up so much, as that might be exactly what they're doing.
And here we go. They're going to be looking on the Zeri. Zeri going to be using that ultimate. Huge knockup coming through. As now we'll have to see what's going to happen. Convey going to be running away. Going to get some damage down. Exotic Fox maybe looking for a kill. Can't find anything. Camille does come down, but it won't matter. As Zigmund pushing that bottom side tower, and we'll be able to find it. So Aftermath Esports, they're just playing around with the Ziggs. Rotate him around the map. Let him get towers. Let's keep that gold lead. Only a 2K lead for the side of Project Iconic, as we didn't bet on the Drake again this game, Matt Pizza, but it is going to be the Cloud Soul coming through in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't, but Cloud Soul and Zeri is going to be kind of scary, because once she pops her ulti, she's going to be kind of fast. She's going to be a little bit faster, Clutch, and a little bit harder to lock down. But yeah, like so far the goal lead, it's creeping ever so closely to the 2K mark, as it seems like Aftermath is trying to do the same thing, trying to get Shy Winter, but are they going to be able to do it this time? And they decided to opt not to, as Dragon is going to be spawning in 42 seconds, Clutch. And it seems like they're setting up for a little, almost a death push.
Yeah, they're going to try to look for something on the side of Aftermath Esports. Side of Project Iconic has river control first, so if Aftermath Esports want to contest, they're going to have to face check. Camille on that top side, going to be looking for the tower, get themselves some more gold. We'll see if this becomes a 5v5. Now, they have the Ezreal, they have the Ziggs. They need to look for poke first before they attempt to go for this team fight, because they are down in gold. It is about 2K. As now we see Exotic Fox not really looking for anything there. Drake is going to spawn. We'll have to see what the side of Project Iconic is going to do in this one, as they're going to start up the Dragon. Now, Camille does have TP if we're going to see a 5v5 for this one, as TP still not come out yet. Convey goes over the wall, decides to back off. Ziggs ult is used. Lots of damage coming through, but it's going to go to the side of Project Iconic, and they're all going to get out alive.
Yeah. Honestly, even if the Camille was gonna... Oh, it looks like they're kind of chasing Clutch. It looks like the Kayn wants more. As... Oh, never mind. He's not gonna be getting anything else. He just, he just wanted to make sure they're back in safely under the turrets, giving them the little escort. But yeah, Camille was able to get the top turret, so not all hope is lost. Camille was able to get some gold off of that, and they were able to get a good amount of damage onto them, so it's just gonna be this next drag. In 4 minutes, 20 seconds, that's gonna be a key fight, whether Project is able
in the top side, we see a 1v1. Exotic Fox will find the kill. Camille goes down 0-4 now for the top laner of Aftermath Esports, but Convey is here potentially to save the day. We'll see if he's going to be able to pick up the kill onto Exotic Fox. They're going to be running into the Poppy. Nice ult comes through. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage. It looks like it's not flash out of there from Exotic Fox. And now with the Baron up, we'll see if they go for it. It looks like they're not going to.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the top is because
Sniped it with the R. Okay, Starbucks sponsor. He's trying to get himself some sponsors right there.
you know, that was honestly clutch. It is such I don't even know what to say, right? Like, we have some interesting plays going on the top side, right? Being able to trade the turret for the dragon, or get the dragon for the turret. You know what I mean? But and then he unfortunately was so close to killing the Ahri, but it just was not enough damage. And Camille, when you're behind and when you're not able to know what damage your Q2 does, it's just unlucky. Like we saw, it is GG. Unfortunately, we saw that around level like 4 or 5 when Camille went for the all-in. She flash Q'd, but Urgot lived with just a little bit of health and was able to kill the Camille. It's just like those little missteps just start to snowball, and unfortunately it turns into a burden that's this. Now granted, Ikazuchi is doing a good job getting the CS, right? He's above almost like 40 CS on the gun, so it's not that he's like terribly inting throwing the game away, right? He still is relevant in this game and he still has a lot of damage and a lot of utility being able to lock down that Zeri. But we need to see him in these fights. We need to see them be able to pick off the Zeri, as all their goal is just concentrated on her. She is almost 3 items, 2.5 items at the moment. So that's what I'm looking forward. Clutch, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they're going to be able to hop on to the Zeri. The gold lead is basically even, though. The side of Aftermath Esports decided, hey, let's let them have the Drakes. We're going to try to even up the gold lead, and they were able to do so with these towers that they found for themselves. Meanwhile, Exotic Fox will be able to take that top tower. Soul point, though, for the side of Project Iconic is the Cloud Soul. So we'll see if they're going to be able to do anything with that. Meanwhile, Aftermath trying to siege this bot tower will get some damage down. Do have the Ziggs who can take towers very, very fast, so need to keep that in mind. Poke starting to come through from the side of Aftermath Esports. Tower, once it gets below about 25%, I mean, Ziggs can just take the tower. 30% if he's maxing it, but I don't think he's going to be maxing that one. So once it does get low, he throws that W, and the tower is gone. Meanwhile, now, Starbucks sponsor is going to dash out of that one. It looks like the side of Project Iconic want to fight this one. Counter going to be going in, going to be looking out of the cane. The damage comes through. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Now the fight's going to begin. The side of Project Iconic is very low. Fat Jester going to be running forward. That's Ezreal picking up one. Exotic Fox will barely stay alive. Will she die? No, she stays alive. Double kill to the side of Starbucks sponsor. It's a 4-4-2, and Aftermath Esports have found their way back into the game.
Yeah, Starbucks sponsor is looking for that sponsorship right now, playing that fight extremely well, right? It seemed that he was cut off from the rest of his team, right? Like, Project kind of noticed that, and Counter just started going in. Was able to get the cane, but unfortunately the ADC is still alive. So much damage coming off, and look at the Zeri. The Zeri isn't able to move. The Nautilus went for her. Zeri out of the fight, and it's just dead. Without the damage coming in from Zeri, without her kiting, she just won't be able to do anything as with any other champion. And Starbucks sponsor able to pick up so many kills. He is now 3 items in and so strong. 6, 2, and 4 with 163 farm, looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, both these ADCs I think have been playing very well. In this game, at least. I think last game, Shy Winter had a rough going, but I think otherwise they've been having a good game. That's a lot of damage. Exotic Fox barely stays alive, and now the fight might just begin with Exotic Fox out of this one. That's going to be all of them going in. Need to watch the Zeri. What can Zeri do? That's kiting, looking for the Ezreal, but the rest of the team is going on to the Urgot is now, Shy Winter will stay alive. He's kiting. He gets stunned though, and it looks like this is going to be it. He's trying as much as he can. He's healing. He's actually kiting this one out very well, Shy Winter. But here comes the cane. Will he be able to find the Camille? It looks like the answer is no. He will fall down. He was so close to the pop-off moment, but unfortunately he was split from his team. They looked onto the Urgot, found him, and Project Iconic unfortunately will lose this dragon, and now the gold swing is in Aftermath Esports' favor.
You know, Clutch, I'm looking at both these ADCs. I'm looking at their builds, and I remember a calmer time, but we'll talk about that after this. But yeah, they were able to Exotic Fox was already so low from the Ezreal poke, and unfortunately everyone just left the Ezreal alone, and Shywinter was able to get so much damage and started cutting really well. Started doing Zeri things, and it was kind of scary. Like, look at her, she's almost dead, but she kept living. It's like, just try to kill her. But unfortunately, she wasn't able to kite out everything. She did end up getting hit by the Camille and ended up dying. But props to her for kiting really well. But Clutch, I do want to mention, we're looking at these ADC builds. I remember a time when ADC builds were a lot more standard. You know what I mean? Like, the static Shiv Infinity Edge.
Oh my god.
The good old days, Clutch.
Matt Pizza.
Back in season 6.
You're getting a little political, Matt Pizza.
Am I getting a little?
You're bringing back some PTSD, all right, Matt Pizza? I don't want to talk about static Shiv, okay?
Dude, you know what? You tell me you don't like static Shiv Infinity Edge?
Matt Pizza, I do not like static Shiv, okay? Actually, I mean, hey, static Shiv is now in the game as Hextech Soul Matt Pizza, so I mean, just
I thought you were gonna say it's like Zeri's ulted Q. I was just saying, true.
Matt Pizza, oh my god. Don't say that. As Project Iconic now on the back foot. It's still within grasps. Still within grasp. They can still win this game. Just a bit of a fumble. We'll see how they're going to be able to come back in this one. They do have the Zeri, though. That Zeri was like a couple autos from going God mode and literally just winning the fight by herself. So I think if they just play around the Zeri a bit better and play, again, like we've said, play as a team, I mean, these fights might go their way. Shywinter is trying their best to carry this one. Does have a lot of ways to help her as now. Looks like they're going to be going for this mid-tower. Fight's going to begin. They caught the Ziggs. Buckby has to use the stopwatch, and now the team fight's going to begin. They have the Camille TP, and that's going to be one going down. Shywinter picks up the kill. Camille going to be TPing in. That's going to be the Poppy using the Predator. Maybe looking to find a pick on to anyone. 5v4 now. Need to watch Shywinter. Still has that ultimate. Will they be able to find anything? It looks like it's just going to be the pick. Buckby will fall on the Ziggs. Now they're going to be pushing it down mid lane. Need to be careful not to step too far, though. Otherwise, that could be a big disaster for the side of Project Iconic.
And it seems like, oh!
Here we go. They found out Shywinter, and the Ikazuchi finds the kill. Now the fight begins. He's going to get out of there, too. What a play from Ikazuchi. Now the fight is going on. Exotic Fox is going to use the stopwatch. Taco Guy going to be going down. That's going to be the double kill coming through. He's going to be dashing forward. Will be able to find the triple. Knockout comes through from counter. He's trying to keep his team alive. He's running away, but he's getting very low, and the snipe comes through from Starbucks sponsor. Triple kill to Ale in the top lane. The absolute assassin out of nowhere finds Shywinter and Aftermath Esports. Stay alive.
Clutch the guts in that Camille had to have to just go into all 5 of them, just solo ult the Zeri and just say, you are dead, and it just won them the team fight. Zeri got so much damage, so much true damage coming from Camille Q2 and ulted that she couldn't kite. It just allowed them to win, allowed Ezreal to do so much damage, and ultimately allowed them to get Baron. And now the game is swinging the opposite way. Clutch, Project Iconic, who were ahead for most of the game, are now behind. They're behind. What is that? 6k gold. Like, it is not looking good. And I don't know how well Zeri scales, but on the side of Aftermath, right? They do have a Camille. The Q2 is going to do so much. Kayn also is going to be really useful in locking down the Zeri and killing her. And Ziggs Ezreal, good late game champs, as with Nautilus for engage. So this game is starting to become unwinnable for the side of Project Iconic. They need to start grouping up. They need to start protecting the Zeri a bit better, not letting Zeri get caught out by these. But honestly, Clutch, with champs like Nautilus and Camille, how do you even do that?
So, I just want to say one thing. Chat, if you saw Ale, he did this in the LPL, LNG's top laner. He literally ran in 1v4 as Camille. I'm not even joking. 1v4 as Camille, killed the AD, and walked out. Guess what Ikazuchi just did? Ran in 1v4, got the ADC, and got out. As that's going to be a kill going over to Buckbeat, and the team fight is going to begin. Taco Cat going to be taking a lot of damage, and it just looks like the side of Aftermath is ripping through them. But watch Shy Winter on the Zeri. He's getting damage done. Will he be able to find any kills? Exotic Fox will be dashing forward. Very, very low on this one. Exotic Fox will be dashing out. Watch Shy Winter. He's going to get hooked, though. He's going to get rooted, and he will die. Maybe if he didn't get rooted, he would have lived or hooked. Exotic Fox will eventually fall. Nice dodge from the charm from Ikazuchi in the top lane, and it's an ace to Aftermath Esports.
Watch that. Aftermath is just. Honestly, Aftermath shows that they've played together with each other. They've obviously scrimmed. They're on the same page, right? As we look at this fight, right? Kane is just looking for his chance to go in, and they're doing so much. Counter did have a good ult yet again, and it looked really winnable for Project Iconic. But unfortunately, everyone was able to regroup again, and the Zeri gets hit by the Nautilus Q. Nautilus gives his life, but is able to kill the Zeri, and Ikazuchi just comes in and is able to kill the Ari as well. It is looking, and now the gold lead is increasing, Clutch. It's almost 8K right now, and if you're the side of Project Iconic, right? I don't know. I honestly, I'm confused. Like, Zeri is doing damage, but at the same time, she's not doing damage. You feel? Like, it's just a champion. She's good at catting, but she's not good at consistent damage like Ezreal is. Who's like a mild, if you really think about it, she's like Ezreal is like a lesser Zeri. She's like a Costco Zeri. You know what I mean?
What? Costco Zeri?
She's a Costco Zeri, bro.
Who's Costco? Doesn't everyone just go to Walmart? Matt Pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt Pizza got banned. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Admin abuse.
Banned from EL. No, I'm the owner. There is no admin abuse.
That's. Look at. Do you see this guy? Chat, do you see this guy? We're getting unpaid here.
No, you're not.
Unpaid.
What? You're getting paid? I'm not getting paid either. What do you mean unpaid?
We're not getting paid, and this guy's just out here flaming us. Can we please start a Patreon for
No, you can't do that, Matt Pizza. Not good. As we potentially might see the last fight of the game, because I mean, they're starting to siege the base. That's one inhibitor down. Aftermath Esports, they are ahead in this one. They've got themselves a 7K lead. They'll be looking to end. We'll see if they're going to be able to do it as counter. Maybe looking for a play. He has made a lot of great plays in this game. Scoreline doesn't really do him justice for what he did early game for his team. But unfortunately, in team fights, it's just not really worked out for him. The poke, though, is so disgusting from the side of Aftermath Esports. That Ziggs and Ezreal, that siege they have with the potential Baron, when they did have it, I believe, it's disgusting. But maybe they're just looking for the end here, as they're going to be walking in one inhibitor down. They're looking to siege this second turret. Watch Taco Cat. Has a flash. Maybe he could be looking for a play. Ziggs just has to throw the W and the tower's gone. So once he has it back up, all right, and there goes the towers. Now they're looking on to the Camille. Camille's accidentally going to dash in. 1v5. Now the fight's going to begin. You need to watch Zeri. What can Zeri do? Going to get ulted by the Kane, by the Nautilus. Front line staying alive. For Project Iconic, Hanbei is going to be stunned up. Shy Winter finds one, but that's going to be the front line melting on the side of Aftermath Esports. It is everyone falling down. Triple Gale, the Starbucks sponsor. Exotic Fox will stay alive, sits in the fountain, and now she's going to have to want her Nexus most likely get destroyed.
I mean, there's only so much you can do as in a 1v4 situation, especially against a 12-13 Ezreal.
All right, here we go. It's going to be one tower going down. It's going to be two, as Starbucks sponsor can't find the last one. But it doesn't matter. Aftermath Esports come in. They say goodbye, Limitless. They make their own org, and they're now 1-0 in EGL. What? How do you top that story, Matt Pizza? You know, I'm just gonna stop talking, because I could have said something that would have been very funny, but it would have been very controversial. All I gotta say is 1-0 for Aftermath Esports. Great games by them. I think, they've really found themselves an identity with the poke that they go for. I think moving forward, if they just keep this, they start to perfect the craft. I think they could have something going for them, and they have something special for that team there.
I do agree, Clutch. Like this, identities that are building, right? We see these pull comp, right, coming in from the side of Aftermath, really strong, and they've shown us that even when they're ahead, they know how to play, and then when they're behind as well, they know how to play. So a scary team to look out for if you are playing against them next week.
All right, and for the side of Project Iconic, I think game 2 was much better. I mean, they showed that, hey, we're here to play. We're not going to give you an easy 2-0. We're going to take it to you. And I think, game 1 was a little rough, but I think game 2, they showed signs of life. They finally started playing as a team. They had a great early game. They just need to work on, transitioning that lead to the mid game. What can they do with that lead? How are they going to play around counter? I mean, you have plenty of time to figure this out. Again, it's week 1. Most of these teams coming in, they're still trying to find an identity. And I think Project Iconic showed us a lot of good things. And I've got high hopes for them this season, Matt Pizza.
Yeah, I do have to agree. These teams did have a good showing at both teams, especially Shy Winter. I do want to say, after having a not so okay, he didn't play the best game 1, but he showed us what he looks like at his peak, and I was really scary. The Zeri kiting was coming in, and it looked really disgusting. So I'm interested to see how these teams evolve and how they're able to mesh with each other even more. And yeah, Clutch, that's all I got.
All right, Matt Pizza. 2 more things before we go. First thing, I want your MVP from both teams. Got to do that. MVP from both teams.
Let's see. For the side of Aftermath, I'm gonna say, Ikuzuchi. I'm gonna say the top laner, just because in the second game he just said, you know what, I'm going in 1v5, goes in, souls out the ADC, and he's able to basically let his team win the game for him. Right, being able to lock down the ADC and doing so much damage. And for the side of Project Iconic, I think I'm gonna go with Shy Winter. It really impressed me and how well they were able to turn around the situation. Because normally when you lose game 1, you're mentally drained. You're just like, we lost the first game. This is gonna be a 2-0. But they had so much fight in them, and it was really impressive. So it was good to see that. Those are my 2 MVPs. Clutch, what about you?
All right, my 2 MVPs, I'm going to have to give it to both the AD carries. I think they both played really, really well. A lot of the time of the meme is, ADC gets one shot, does nothing. They played very well. I think both of them were the stars of their team. I mean, obviously, they had great setup from their teammates, but they were really able to shine and show their mechanics. So I'm going to have to give it to both of the ADCs. And then last thing, Matt Pizza, before we go, next week, Literal Monkeys Fire versus Feed the Dream Darken. Both teams are 1-0. LTMK took down BBU 2-0. FTD Darken took down Clown Gaming 2-0. Who do you have winning that one? Very quick.
Dude, Clutch, you're asking me on the spot, but I don't know. I need to do my research.
You don't have to say why. You can just throw out a number.
Oh my god. Okay, LTMK. Let's just say 2-0.
Okay, LTMK 2-0. I will say FTD 2-1. No reasoning.
Don't hold me against that. I might change.
I will probably change mine. I just threw that out right now just to throw it out. Well, that is it from the EGL Week 1. Aftermath Esports taking the 2-0 win, improving to 1-0. Matt Pizza, you got anything else to say before we go?
Nope, that'll be it, Clutch. Thanks for having me on the game. It's good to be back.
All right, and make sure to tune in on a Friday for EDL. We will be seeing AH Tyranny taking on TD Syndicate. Should be an absolute banger. Thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you next time.